Welcome back to Movie Reviews by Movie Lovers, and today is a continuation of our 25 Days of Christmas Movie Reviews. Wow, that was long. Day 9, which is the Santa Claus movie. And you said...
Well, technically it's called Santa Claus, the movie.
I like the way she said that. You were saying what year this was?
1985.
Yes. And our rating for it is...
A 4.
Yes, and then we go right into spoilers and all that shit, which we won't do too much because not a lot of people probably have watched this. It's probably the older generation, which I don't even know very many of them that are on YouTube. Just saying. I could be completely wrong. Like, my parents could have probably grew up with this. So, with this, it starts out, basically in either Norway or one of the Scandinavian countries, basically. And basically Santa Claus, before he became Santa Claus, taking gifts to the children in the area. And he stops at a house with his wife. They do the trip together. And I'm not going to go into too much detail. They leave. Something happens. They basically die.
Yep.
And then magically transported to the North Pole. Woo!
Where they meet their elves.
Yep. And they're a little confused of why they're being chosen. And of course, that's because they may be childless, but because they're such a giving heart to children, they were going to be used to give children gifts at Christmas time, and then be known as the Clauses.
They were basically rewarded for their kindness.
Their humility? Is that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. I swear I can say things. It's just really hard right now. So it's continuation. It shows you over the centuries what was changing in the factory, things that were going on. But then we get to the 20th century, which is the main part of the movie. Well, the main part of the end of the movie. Because this is about halfway. And you get a rich girl and a poor boy. And the rich girl is helping the poor boy. The poor boy is lucky enough on Christmas Eve to meet, or Christmas Eve, Christmas morning, meet Santa Claus. And he got to go on a trip with Santa and give out gifts with Santa, and he also got to control the reindeer, which was fun, and Santa's going, I'm regretting giving him the reins. Mm-hmm. And so, at the end of that, there's a competition. He goes home, and he's getting really stressed out and tired, Santa Claus is, and Mrs. Claus is like, you need an apprentice, someone who can do everything with you, basically be the one that's taking over the majority of it, so you get more rest during that break time than everybody else, because they get a bigger break than you do, like a day worth of a break, and basically you have to do everything in one night. It's exhausting. You know? Mm-hmm. And he was keeping up everybody else's stuff. So he has a challenge happens. One of the guys wins. Unfortunately, his gifts didn't work out. So, as a punishment, he got it taken away from him and given to the other guy who was doing things the same old, but trying to do it a little faster, kind of thing. And, so the one who didn't get the job, Patches, I think his name is Patches, right?
Yeah.
Goes back to America and decides he's going to show Santa he's better than the other person and he can do it better. And he ends up creating a goodie for everybody underneath the tree. And everybody was so happy with that, they forgot about Santa Claus. And Santa Claus basically goes into a depression. And then something happens where he has to go and rescue the poor kid. And he also has to rescue Patches, because Patches didn't realize the next one that he was trying to do, which was stronger, basically could blow up.
Yep.
And that's about it, because I'm not going to tell you whether they survive or not. So if you haven't seen this movie, I suggest you go watch it. This one's going to be shorter than most of ours, just because it's one that everybody should probably watch. Nostalgic wise, it's just because it was the old fashioned Santa Claus. Your take.
Yeah, it was cute. I mean, wasn't really thrilled with it when I first saw it. But since I've seen it, I think 2 or 3 times now.
Actually, I think that was your second time watching it.
Yeah, so this is my second time, so it's kind of started to grow on me more.
Well, like I said on our TikTok one, it's like you and I have also kind of become more of an adult, and we're viewing things through adult eyes.
Yeah.
So even though it was a kid's story, it's also, gives us the nostalgia of this is the Santa Claus we grew up with, and we get to see different perspectives. And as an adult, you're able to see things differently. You understand things differently.
Yep.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Were there any favorite scenes of yours?
Not really. It's just a cute movie.
Yeah, it's really just a cute movie. I think after a couple more times of watching it together, we might find stuff that we find very intriguing. But since we really both, like I said, I watched this a long time ago when I was a kid, and I think this is my 3rd time watching it since I rebought it, just so that I could have it because I remember it. So there's not much that I remember as much except for what I just expressed to you. But I don't really have any favorite scenes. Except for the reindeer. The reindeer are cute.
Yeah, they are.
Puppets. But other than that, I think we're done with this one.
I think so too.
All right, come back tomorrow for our next day. Bye.